Hello and welcome to the Pompom Dahlia demonstration. Thanks for coming today. Just trying to think if I have got everything. It's quite a long demonstration, this one. So obviously I'm going to be showing, as always, some bits that I have pre-prepared. We might not finish the Dahlia today, but you will get, the idea of what you will need to be doing. I have a couple of samples. You might have seen them already. So this one was the first one. It's quite big. And we'll talk about the size and how you can decide on your size and stick to it when you're making these, because obviously you might want to make them smaller. I've also finished another one, which is a smaller. It's kind of 2/3 one because it's flat at the back. So it's like this here. So it's supposed to be flat, going, as a brooch. And today I'm going to be doing a circular one again, like a full round one, for you to show. So you know how to make a complete one. If you know how to make a complete one, you can make half of it as well. This particular flower can actually be made without any tools, if you don't have them, but I'm sure you all have them. But actually, even I didn't really use anything apart from the center, and even that one can be omitted. Also, yesterday I published a post about potential fabrics that you can use. I didn't say anything about the leather. I know some people in the club are quite keen on using leather, and I think at least suede will definitely work. I'm saying suede because it has porous surface and it will glue better. So I will definitely try suede. It probably will need even less work than fabric. You will have to stiffen it beforehand, like we stiffen, in a flat way. So it's a little bit kind of papery. So, it has a bit of body rather than just being very, very soft. And if you have some suedes in really nice colors, perhaps not really realistic, try those. Pig suede is very readily available. I think it's used for lining shoes and bags and things like this, and it's not expensive. It can be quite cheap, well, relatively, because it's it's a split suede, so they take a skin and then they split it in several layers, so it's not an expensive product. It doesn't have that nice, full grain surface. I had some in my stash, I should check. I had some really nice bright purple, for example. You can also line your suede with fabric if you want. If you want maybe some metallic effect, for example, or edging, like we've talked, or we're going to talk about, like I've done and you've seen. So that's another opportunity, and perhaps leather as well. Just see that your glue is good, thick, quick to set glue that will work on leather, because it's quite a lot of petals here to make. And so you don't want to be, getting frustrated that the glue is not gluing and you are using too much of your time to make the petals. Oh, but fabric obviously glues relatively well, but then again, depending on which fabric. Velvet is very good because it has, again, that, that fluffy texture that glues well. So this one, it was cotton with metallic fabrics. It's not finished at the back as such, but you can see it's all silver there. So this silver edge gives quite a lot of interesting, definition. This one doesn't have the edge, but also backed with metallic, this golden metallic fabric, and this was velvet. So that's another color combination. And today I'm going to be working on this is red Dupion silk, which is a little bit kind of dry, as I can say. So it's not very stretchy, or it stretches better in one direction than in other. Let me just admit somebody. But it does work. And also this Dupioni silk it's readily available, at least in England. There's a lot of options because I think it's used for bridal and other wear. And also it comes in two tones. So yesterday I found, I don't know if you can see, can you see it's kind of purple red? So there's a lot of different combinations for this fabric. It comes in all sorts, pale pinks, you know, every possible color. So that's one type of fabric that you can try. Uh, that was the velvet that I've used. So any cotton velvet will work nicely as well. If you don't have metallics, you can combine, for example, black and white cottons or navy and cream to have the edging. So I'm going to show you how to make three types of petals, like a plain petal, a backed petal, and the backed with edging petals. So we're doing backed with edging for my flower today. That's probably the most consuming because you need to, you know, cut your petals twice, basically. You know, the main fabric and then the edging. So that's the most complicated. The simplest would be fabric without the body. It can work for suede. It can perhaps work for some thicker silks, or maybe thicker cottons. I haven't done that. I do like the idea of backed petal because that's quite solid, but then it takes a bit more time, you know, because you are gluing two layers of fabric for each petal. So it's up to you. You'll have several options. Also, another idea is to try and use very transparent fabrics, which might be super fiddly, but I think the overall look eventually might be very nice, kind of semi-transparent. That's perhaps for you to try. In terms of applications, I mean, this, I haven't done anything with that yet. That was the first sample. Obviously, you can make it for a vase, but I do like something wearable. I don't know, I might turn it into a headpiece or something like that. So at the moment, it's like this. I haven't done anything with it. So this other sample is, as I said, a corsage. So it can go, you know, can be pinned or, you know, one is whoever. I think it's quite, how to say, gender neutral even, and stylized. So it's a kind of yellow golden colors. Also, you can use it as a headpiece. You can make a full one or a whole hat. So I don't know, maybe somebody will dare. If you make it even bigger than this is I think 12 centimeters. So if you make it slightly big, you can make like a whole hat out of it. That would be nice. Also, you can make it as a choker or as a necklace. I don't know, perhaps even as a bracelet. But yes, different applications can be possible. It's a very graphic, very symmetrical flower. So if you want to use it for, you know, for whatever, it can be done. I mean, the flower shape, it does go kind of a little bit under, but you can always stop at any point. And if you don't want it to be, you know, going kind of having the petals going down like this because you want to attach it to something, then you can stop earlier, or you can add even more petals here. I have a very tired sample from my garden. It's semi-wilted already, but that was you know, one of these dahlias. You can see it has opened into stamens. I'm not showing stamens in these dahlias, so they're all quite closed. But if you want, you can put some stamens in the center as well if you want to show stamens in the center. The way of making this one is quite different. I mean, we have already done a lot of different flowers, but this is going to be something different again. So you can, I don't know if I'm gonna do any particular template for this one because everything is kind of measured and done as you go, depending on how you start it. So you set it, set the size with the first, you know, the size of your center, and then it will determine the whole size of your flower. So we can probably begin. I'm not planning to do any leaves or calyxes today. You do know already how to make some, but I will record a separate video perhaps to do, you know, a leaf like I did here. and a calyx for your dahlia if you want one. So that's going to be separate. Today, let's concentrate on how to make the petals and put them together, or at least start putting them together. So let me change the camera